The update to the Quasi DB service for the 29th of October. Quick look at S&P. There's the big fall that we had yesterday. There's your monthly pivot, 3380. It did bounce on the halfway mark between support 1 and monthly pivot, 3279. So that's your 50%, that value between the two. Next month's pivot's slightly lower, so that could be quite bearish. And we've got descendant MA. So if this falls, it will help the USD and it will help the safe haven. But if we do bounce, then it will hurt the safe haven. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on the S&P and the VIX. And the VIX live is on the dashboard, and that's been updated frequently. I'm not sure that on the update frequency, but it is on a daily basis at least. So keep an eye on the VIX on the dashboard. Obviously, we want the VIX to come down, ideally, for this to come up. Okay, so and also check your technicals as well. It's quite bearish. AJ above 74.02, quite close, and 73.28. Just keep an eye on the high level to sell, and your monthly pivot is up here. AU likewise. There's your bias. We are a sell now. We crossed over. There's your 50% line. It crossed over there. So we are now actually a sell, but this will depend on what the markets do. So we have a rally today. This will do well. So again, look at your S&P and look at your VIX and stuff. SOC above 71.61 and 70.34. So it came quite close. EA 167.02, 164.46. There's your MR1 at 165.93. EU, this is going to chop around a lot because of the ECB. I think they're going to talk about the PEP, which is their stimulus. So this is going to probably yo-yo a lot. So take care. 117.62 and 117.13. We are very close, and it's quite large. So I think we're probably going to get that. We are close to, and we are a buy. Technicals are a little bit mixed there. GU, there's your monthly pivot, 13025. Above 13032, and below 12895. We are a buy, and they're selling. So that will help the bullish case. Yeah, so keep an eye on the euro pound as well if you're trading this one. Above, we're very close. There's your 666 number. So yeah, we're 2 pips away from getting that stop loss cluster. Below 66.24, we're a buy, so we should be getting that SLC because we're above monthly pivot as well. So you try and combine the two, and then you can get some, some good targets and stuff. So try and get the FX SSI suite, the stop loss clusters, definitely worthwhile, and use that promo code on the main channel. EJ 12291 and 12212. There's your monthly pivot. So you would have done well. You would have done extremely well there if had you got that. And it never did retest the monthly pivot either. So had you have shorted it there with a tight stop, you wouldn't have been stopped out, and you would have let it ride. So that's that. So that's a sell. G pound yen above 136.16 and 134.76. There's a sell, but they're selling over time, so that action should propel prices higher. It's going to be a tricky one, I think. It always is tricky, especially with Brexit stuff. Apparently they had some good news yesterday, so about the negotiations. Above for UJ is 104.80 and 103.99. This is your MS1. See how it came as a support at 104.14. So because we had a support at MS1, I think we probably get it again. Logically, it's very strong. Monthly support, and there's your monthly pivot there. We are a sell, and they went long all the way back here, and they've held long on that bias. In fact, they added there as well. Technicals are quite weak. dollar CAD 13340 and 13268. We are a buy and they're selling. So a bit sideways the last few hours. Yeah, the last 6 hours is quite sideways. But remember to check the bubbles. You want them to deviate to get a stronger signal. If the bubbles come closer, then it invalidates the signal. So if you were to take any trade, just look at your bubbles and see if they move apart across time. So that's the key, really. It's a dynamic movement across time. Dollar Swiss above 91.40 and below 90.70 is your monthly pivot. And don't forget next month's pivot is a lot lower, so that's quite bearish. And we are a sell, they're selling. So like I said yesterday, some of these pairs are in conflict to the high level. They're actually shifting away from the extreme, which they normally do at the 80% mark. If you remember me saying, it never really tends to exceed 80%. I mean, we got to 83 there, but that's very, very extreme. So we see like stops getting hit at these extremes, and what will probably happen is that then we'll get to the 20%, then it stops or hit, and then we'll get to the 80%, and it just goes on forever. So keep an eye on the extremes. That's the key, I think. This gold above 1905 and below 1867. Quite a little bit of a rounding effect there. That movement could be bullish, but that would need to come down quite a bit in order to really sort of convince me of the bullishness. And we are a sell and a below monthly pivot. So yeah, quick one today, and I think I'm going to be taking it easy for the rest of the day and tomorrow as well, because I did work on the weekend and I've got work to do on the sheet this weekend. So yeah, any questions, just let me know, and yeah, I hope you have a good day, and I'll speak to you guys soon.